Greetings, everyone. Just wanted to say something short and sweet before the evening is over. I just wanted to say a couple of things that I was thinking about. First, I know many of you that know me on this platform and other platforms that follow me or are friends with me off the platform know that my only focus, and has been my focus for years now, it's the 14th Amendment, Section 3. The 14th Amendment in general, because it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to every single naturalized citizens here in this country, and it should mean everything to every Black American in this country, because it's what it gave Blacks in America birthright citizenship, and everyone that was born on this soil, regardless whether they came here legal or undocumented, citizens or non-citizens, you're born here, you are an American citizen. That is the law of the land in the 14th Amendment, which, by the way, is being challenged by Trump. You know, when he took the oath, which, by the way, he's not honoring, on January 20th, his oath was to preserve, to protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Only the president gets to use the word preserve. Everybody else, like us who took the oath when we became citizens, and those that are in office, those who serve in our military, they take the oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. I have a problem with any president, no matter what party affiliation they come from, that wants to challenge the Constitution that they took an oath to preserve, protect, and defend, especially when they're coming right at the 14th Amendment. The first thing that came out of Trump's mouth, the two things he did soon as he took the oath of office, was to challenge the 14th Amendment, birthright, and to pardon the J6s. Two things that basically goes against me altogether, because I just so happened in 1989 on January 6th is when I became a naturalized citizen. So that day for me is very special in many ways. It's the day of the Epiphany. It's the day I take down my tree. It's the day I exchange gifts with friends that I missed over the holidays. And it's a day that I celebrate becoming an American citizen. Years of having a green card is when I became a citizen. So I was a grown woman at the time that I became a citizen. So when I have someone going after the birthright citizenship, I see it as something as, you want to control the population. You want to control Americans in this country. You don't like people that look like me. You don't like people that look lighter than me. You basically want to control the population in order to stay in power. And we all should have a problem with that. So I beg you guys, I would like us to really revisit and start advocating to make 14.3 great again. Because it was embedded in the 14th Amendment. And sometimes I sometimes say, now I understand why it's there. Because people like me who know what the 14th Amendment is all about and what it means to us will fight to make sure that we don't lose it. So the 14th Amendment, Section 3, is there to take care of any tyranny and corruption against our government, especially coming from a party that tried to overturn the government in 2020. Let's not forget that. Right now, Trump is literally doing what he did in 2020. He wants to definitely take this country over. He wants us not to have a constitution, not to be able to vote. Imagine, he wants the federal to turn our voting into the federal arm. 50 states, and he wants to control. Think about it. He wants to take the 50 states that control. Each 50 state has their own voting rights, and he wants to control them all. What does that mean? A king. We don't have no kings in America. And which brings me to March 28th. We need full participation. And I mean full participation. Get out in the street, folks. Exercise your First Amendment rights to petition your grievances against this government. This government has gone overboard. Okay? He could have well taken office, continued doing his thing, probably not doing things that we wanted him to do, but he still would have been representing all of us as he's supposed to. But that's one thing. People may complain about Biden, but Biden was not just the president of Democrats. Obama wasn't the president of just Democrats. Bush wasn't the president of all Democrats. They were the presidents of all Americans. We had a peaceful transfer of power, and we expect to govern by the peaceful transfer of power that he had gotten. If we knew that we were going to have this person that was going to get voted in, take the oath, and now decides to be a king. There aren't any kings in America. So again, let me repeat two things. Let's make 14.3 great again to disqualify and remove these bad actors that are threatening our constitutional republic. That's all. You know, I am not saying who should win or who shouldn't, but when you are threatening our constitutional republic, then you do not need to be in office. And right now, our midterms could do that. Right now, re-election, some of these people that are not supposed to be in office are basically going for re-election. We know who they are now. They all revealed themselves. Now we know who tried to take us down in 2020, and all of them need to be voted out, and we need to take our country back, because this is not the way we're going to celebrate a 250th anniversary. So guys, March 28th, let's go out there and show the rest of the world that Americans in this country do believe in rule of law, do believe in our Constitution, and will not let a wannabe dictator come and destroy it for us. So once again, don't be mad at me if you hear me constantly amplifying, let's make 14.3 great again, because if he could go deep into our Constitution and pull out all these acts that we thought were already dead and buried, and things that he thinks he could do, I have to remind people that we don't have to go that far. It was ratified in 1868. Let's go right back at it and say, you know what? Our politicians back then knew that we will need an off-ramp to deal with people like Trump. And sorry to say, somebody like that can't be president. He's disqualified for being president. And I understand why. If you're trying to terminate, dismantle our government to remain in power, after we have gone through the whole process of no kings and everything that has evolved to this day, and you want to take us back to what was ugly in our history? No, not under our watch. So once again, I'm going to say it again. Let's make 14.3 great again. It's in our Constitution, and I know that if we fight with our Constitution, we win. And those who are against it will lose. So have a wonderful evening. Nice chit-chatting. You'll see me more often. But I just wanted to say that no better time than now to start advocating to make 14.3 great again, to stop this nonsense, because enough is enough. We're tired. Enough is enough. Thanks again. Be well. Stay sweet. And see y'all soon. Ciao.